Hey guys, welcome back. I got another little deck garage for you for Spooktober, and this time we're going to be playing around with Tony's brother's cards. I got Adam's deck, and my boy here is going to be playing. Basically, it's an out of the deck, out of the box Shaddoll deck that I left out of order. So I'm sure he's making fun of me because left it out of order. So let's get into this deck. We're going to show you what he's playing, and then I'll show you guys what I would do, and then I'll explain my card choices here. So his main deck is a copy of Armageddon Knight, 2 BLS Envoys. He's going to be running 3 copies Mathematician, 2 Nell Shaddoll Aerial, 1, 2, 3 Perform Age Trick Clowns, 1 Pero Cerberus, triple Rest Shaddoll Wendy, 2 Beast, 2 Shaddoll Dragon, 1 Shaddoll Falco, 2 Shaddoll Hedgehog, 2 Shaddoll Squamatas, 3 Allure of Darkness, 3 El Shaddoll Fusion, Foolish Burial, 3 Shaddoll Fusion, 3 Sober Polymerization, 2 copies Rest Shaddoll Incarnation, and 1 Shaddoll Core. Now, this is probably as best as you can make a main deck using just the structure deck, and that's exactly what we did here. His extra deck isn't too bad. I did notice it's like 2 cards short. Dude, I don't know if I just missed the other 2 cards when I swiped your deck, but I don't know. You get 2 choices, I guess. Right now you're running 1 Anatolis, 2 App Cologne, 1, 2, 3 Constructs, 1 Grista, 2 Shekanaga, 1 Wendigo, and triple Window. Still not a bad lineup, my dude. So let's show you what I would do. Now, I know that you are a little more interested in competitive play, a bit more so than your brother. So I built this one to actually stand up more competitively while still being fun to play, and I try to put in a lot of little engines. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run 2 copies Aliester the Invoker, 1 Armageddon Knight, Dark Magician, 1, 2 Effect Veilers, 1, 2 Mathematicians, 1 Nail Shaddoll Aerial, 1 Trick Clown, 1 Red Eyes Black Dragon. Note the LOB, this card is 18 years old, that's awesome. 1, 2, 3 Rest Shaddoll Wendy's. I'm running 2 Beasts, 2 Hedgehogs, 3 Schematas, 3 copies Allure of Darkness, 1 Called by the Grave, 3 El Shaddoll Fusion, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Invocation, 1 Red Eyes Fusion, 3 Shaddoll Fusion, 2 Super Polymerization, 2 Rest Shaddoll Incarnations, and 2 Solemn Strikes. And in my extra deck, I have Earth Golem Agnister, 1 Anatolis, 1, 2 App Cologne, 1, 2 Constructs, 1 Grista, 1, 2 Shekanaga, 1 Wendigo, 1, 2 Windows, 1 Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, 1 Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, and 1 Predaplant Vert Anaconda. Now, mine's not so budget. I think Predaplant Vert Anaconda got a little expensive there, but I know the Red Eyes Dark Dragoon is. So let's talk over my choices now. So Aliester's in here for 2 reasons. First, he's a battle hand trap for fusion monsters. Quick effect, you can send this card from the hand to the graveyard, target 1 fusion monster I control. It gains 1000 attack and defense until the end of the turn. If this card is normal or flipped face up, either normal summon or flipped face up, I can add Invocation from my deck to my hand. So I ran 2, I only own 2. So not that bad. Armageddon Knight, when summoned, send a dark you can send a dark from the deck to the discard. Dark Magician for his name. Effect Veiler for pinpoint, stopping your opponent's monster effects. Mathematician for the normal summon, pitch a level 4 lower from my deck. And if it's destroyed by battle, I do get to draw a card. And these are from the newer, I forget if this was the Legendary Dragon set or the set right before that, but the alternate ultra rare names. We got the 1 Nell Shaddoll Aerial. So flip, target 1 of your banished Shaddoll monsters, special summon it in either face up or face down defense. And if this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can target up to 3 cards in the graveyards and banish them. You may use 1 effect and only once per turn. 1 Perform Age Trick Clown, Red Eyes for its name, 3 Wendy because she's just an absolute engine. When flipped, you can special summon 1 Shaddoll from the deck in face up or face down defense, except same name. And if it is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can special summon 1 Shaddoll monster from the deck in face down defense position, except same name. 1 effect per turn, once per turn. Shaddoll Beast. If flip, draw 2, drop 1. If sent to the graveyard by card effect, draw 1. One effect, once per turn. Hedgehog. Flip, add Shaddoll spell trap from deck to hand. If sent to graveyard by card effect, add 1 Shaddoll monster from deck to hand, except same name, once per turn, and only one of the 2 effects. And Schemata, probably the best one since he's like the Foolish Burial here. Flip, target a monster on the field, destroy it. If sent from to the graveyard by card effect, send 1 Shaddoll card from deck to graveyard, except same name. 1 effect per turn, once per turn. Allure for the simple draw power, like almost the entire deck is dark. I would suggest not doing this while you just have maybe Dark Magician or just Red Eyes in your hand. You do not want to lose access to the Dragoon. Called by the Grave, just a one of anymore. Good for the hand traps. El Shaddoll Fusion summon from the extra deck using cards in hand or field as fusion material. Important to note that this is a quick play, so much like we did with the hero deck and the mask change, we are able to do this on the fly and actually use it to push for more attacks, which is great. Foolish Burial, good starter for you. Invocation spell, fusion summon 1 fusion monster from the extra deck using monsters in the hand as material. If summoning an invoked monster, which we're not going to be bothering with, if this card is in your graveyard, you can target a banished Aliester the Invoker, shuffle this card into the deck, and if you do, add that card to your hand. So this will go back into your deck. Aliester will go from your banished pile back to your hand. So you could actually banish him on the Allure of Darkness. And if your invocation's already been used, you can put this back into your deck and gain access to Aliester again and go for another fuse. So it's good. Obviously, if you had more invocations than I do, you should definitely up that. Maybe even run it as a 1/3 Aliester to the spell. Red Eyes Fusion is actually amazing in this deck. Fusion summon a fusion monster to list Red Eyes monster as material from the extra deck using monsters from hand, deck, or field. The important part here is deck. And if you do, the name becomes Red Eyes Black Dragon. You cannot normal or special summon other monsters the turn you activate this card. You can only activate 1 Red Eyes Fusion per turn. Keep all of that in mind, because it's going to allow you to summon one of the best blockers in the game right now. We got the triple Shaddoll Fusion. Fusion summon a Shaddoll fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as material. If your opponent controls a monster with special summon from the extra deck, you can also use monsters in your deck as fusion material. You may only activate 1 of these per turn. Super Poly, you guys all know. Rest Shaddoll Incarnation, target a Shaddoll in the graveyard, special summon it in face up or face down defense. Banish this in 1 Shaddoll card from your graveyard, and then activate 1 of the following. Either change a face down monster you control to face up defense, or change a face up monster you control to face down defense. And then everybody knows strike. So the main deck is a little complicated. I'm not going to go over all of the fusions in here. I'm just going to say, like, this is your Cyburst deck, fusion trap. Starving Venom is going to be against the dark cards, or any deck that's going to aggressively play dark types against you. So this way you just use just their cards. This is a Shaddoll plus water. This is a Shaddoll, or 2 different Shaddoll monsters with different attributes. This is going to be Shaddoll Light, Shaddoll Fire, Shaddoll Earth, Shaddoll Wind, Shaddoll Dark, probably one of the better ones. And one of the best things to do is to set Winda up. If you can set her up with the Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, that's the card that everybody is in love with right now. So, cannot be destroyed by card effects. Neither player can target this card with card effects. During your main phase, you can destroy 1 monster your opponent controls. If you do, inflict damage to the opponent equal to that monster's original attack. You can use that effect a number of times equal to the number of normal monsters used as fusion material for this. In this deck, it's 2. And once per turn, when a card or effect is activated as a quick effect, you can discard a card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy the card. And if you did that, this card gains 1,000 attack, and that's not until the end of the turn effect. So if you don't deal with this card as a threat very quickly, things escalate. It is what it is. The other best card here is the Vert Anaconda. Just takes any 2 links to make it. You can target a face-up monster on the field. It becomes dark until the end of the turn. You can pay 2,000 life points and send 1 fusion or polymerization normal or quick play from the deck to the graveyard. This effect becomes that spell's effect. When that card is activated, you also cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn. So, eat each of those effects once per turn, and one of the things that I used to love about Vert Anaconda was change your opponent's monster to the dark. It's a dark. You were able to go into Starving Venom off a super polymerization you never had in your hand to begin with. I did use it in Sacred Beasts. I never built a Sacred Beast deck for online. One of my friends told me I got way too close to a top YouTuber's deck build, and I definitely did not want that to be an issue. I didn't want people to think that my original decks were actually just copies of anything. And then right here, you gotta... The thing that confuses me is that I'm going to be able to go to Vert Anaconda, use the Red Eyes Fusion from my deck. And honestly, I don't need a whole lot of anything to do this. So, I don't know. It's a good deck. It's fun to play. I lost my train of thought. That's on me. I'm going to make the same deal as I did with Tony. Every 50 views this deck gets in the next couple weeks, I'm going to go ahead and let this guy get something out of my book too. So, I'll see you guys next time. We may have one more video before the end of the month. If not, this is it for Spooktober. At which point, I'll see you guys in November. See ya.